Hey guys, hello everyone. My name is Siddhant Singh, and welcome back to a new episode of my podcast. And in today's episode, I have a very interesting topic, which is how do you actually make money, and what is that one metric that you can chase to make money. And I feel on a very large scale, the qualitative metric to make money is to make the world smaller, is to shrink the world. And what do I exactly mean by this? So we need to kind of start with one theory that is out there, that you just need seven connections to be connected to anyone. At maximum, you need seven connections to connect to anyone on this planet. And how does it kind of make sense? Because if you look at the 20 friends around you, there's a very high possibility that if you pick one of them and you check out, match the groups or match the connections you both have, 90 to 95% of those connections will overlap, and only 5% will kind of be different. And that too will be from the same geographic area, or you would also be connected to them in some way or the other, not directly, in that 5% mismatch as well. Then how does it make sense that you only need seven levels of connections to reach to anyone on this planet? It makes sense because you look at people around you, and there will be some people who will have a completely different circle uh, to you, and the overlap will hardly be 10 to 15%. These people are the bridges. These people kind of have friends in multiple places. These people travel a lot. These people kind of have friends from multiple cultures, multiple geographies, or there's just someone who has studied at multiple places, who has kept shifting. So these people act like bridges in society, and uh, they kind of connect two very distinct social groups. They also connect two very distinct social circles. And because of, and these are not like just one case out of a million or a billion. There are many people that act like bridges, and that's the reason why you can kind of reach to anyone on this planet under seven connections. So these people are kind of the ones who are shrinking the world in some way or the other. And if you look at them, they are actually making a lot of money because they travel so much, and that's the reason why they are kind of able to act like bridges. But along with that, if you look at these people, they are the starting point of enabling trade between two distinct social groups, social circles. So they anyways end up making money. So they are shrinking the world, that's why they are making money. They're shrinking the world, that's why they are kind of uh, valuable to society as well. But not only looking at people, if you look at tech as well, the most valued tech with the highest valuation, with the highest hype for a very long time has been tech that is shrinking the world. That's social media. Social media showed a future where anyone with less money and less privilege can act as a bridge for society. But it ended up being more of a hub, because like if you look at your social circle as well, if you look at someone you have a conversation with on a weekly basis on social media, you both will most likely have the same social circle, just like you would have in the real world. So social media has ended up becoming more of a hub rather than a place where you could go and start becoming a bridge for society. But social media did make the process of shrinking the world uh, more frictionless and more open to everyone. So today, if I don't have money to go travel into another country, I can kind of start by talking to people over there and working with a few of them, and then possibly doing a remote job, and then getting an offline job and going over there, or just traveling over there during events. So yeah, uh, it's kind of uh, very interesting to think about this, because almost every tech that has been highly valued has in some way or the other shrink the world. So for I gave you the example of social media, and social media example is kind of directly related to the bridges example that I keep taking uh, about shrinking the world. But if you look at crypto, so crypto has been highly valued, Bitcoin has been highly valued, and one reason why I feel they have been highly valued is that they have shrunk the financial world. So today you do not need an account in the United States to have US dollars, to transact in US dollars. You do not need multiple permissions to send US dollars anywhere across the globe. You can use stable coins and USDT to access financial instruments that you never had access to in your geography. You can access US stocks through stable coins now, and in future you could possibly access any cash flow through just having stable coins and an internet connection from anywhere in the world. For example, you're accessing cash flows of a Marwadi business that's running on streets of India, and you're kind of borrowing 1 lakh for them to get their inventory, and then when they make their profits, you're getting a cut of those profits as well. So this is the kind of level we have shrink the world to, shrink the financial world to with crypto, and that is the reason why crypto has value. It has a lot of value because it's shrinking the financial world, and it's making the financial world more accessible to everyone, and not based on geography. So that's a really interesting thing that we can kind of around, that how uh, possibly crypto holds value just because it's shrinking the world. And if you kind of look at some other tech as well, if you look at AI, so AI, how is AI shrinking the world? Language is a big barrier, and language is kind of a big friction for people to act as bridges in society. Now with AI, translation has become so easy. With AI, you could possibly just have the AI on, and it's translating real time in future. And when this happens, the friction to kind of act as a bridge in society reduces even more. You could have those AI glasses, and when you're visiting some other country, you could read their signboards in their native language without any trouble. So now language is also not a barrier to kind of act as a bridge, and that's really super cool. And if you also look at uh, vocabulary, if you look at the way of communication, so first an email and kind of writing formal letters was a challenging task and was a skill that people had, and a lot of people did not get access to a lot of things because they did not know the particular format to reach out, or they did not know how to write well, they did not have an influential writing, but they did have ideas, they did ha- want to kind of be a part of something, but they couldn't because they were not able to write well. Now obviously basic writing skills are needed, but once you have the basics sorted, now you could reach at any level with AI, in terms of writing at least. And that's really powerful. That reduces the friction to access opportunities, and that's like basically shrinking the world of opportunities, that's making it frictionless. So the point is, to make money you have to in some way or the other shrink the world. You have to, and by shrinking the world I mean you are first of all kind of acting like a bridge. You're kind of moving towards a world where the number of connections to connect any two random people, the maximum number of connections to connect any two random people in the world, keeps on reducing. That's the first definition of shrinking the world. The second definition of shrinking the world is you're breaking the geography barrier. The more you break the geography barrier, the more the world keeps on shrinking, because once the geography barrier goes down, the language barrier, the religion barrier goes down, you'll end up seeing more bridges in society, and you'll end up having a world that requires very few connections, 2 or 3 connections to get connected to anyone across the globe. And the third way of shrinking the world is to make it frictionless. So yeah, I guess that's the whole video, and I don't have much to add on this topic. It was just an interesting thought that I had. So if you're a first generation entrepreneur like me and you're looking for an idea to work on, and you're not into manufacturing hardware, you want to work on some software idea, or you want to work in the services space, then you need to keep this one entire narrative, one entire metric, qualitative metric in your head. This is not a quantitative metric. It's, if you want to make money, you have to shrink the world. You can shrink the world in three ways. Personally, act as a bridge between multiple businesses. I do that. I love connecting people. Second is to kind of uh, reduce the geography barrier as much as possible. Possibly, a very interesting example in this case could be, you could go to a country that is visa free for most of the countries, have uh, a crazy uh, co-working slash living slash uh, meditation space, and kind of get people from different geographies over there, somehow get people from different geographies over there. How are you bootstrapping that place? You charge people to actually co-work from there or set up their office there, and you could possibly be making money, and along with that you're shrinking the world, so you're doing something good. And in the long run, you'll kind of build good value to society. And the third way of shrinking the world is to make anything frictionless. How low can you make the friction to do something in society? Because the lower the friction, the more the bridges, the more smaller the world is. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you like this video. If you like such videos, then do subscribe to the channel. I'll come up with these original ideas as much as possible, and obviously these are not original. I study a lot, I read a lot of articles, so it's a mix and match of a lot of things that I consume. So yeah, that's it, guys. Bye, see you in the next video.